really a matter of, is the NCAA really maybe just trying to keep the ratings low so they don't have to pay out so much in the next TV contract? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but what other reason do they have for doing it?
I think they're arrogant enough to think that they can establish New Year's Eve as their day. And, it kind of has been. New Year's Day has been their day, and they want to, now it's going to be New Year's Eve. It's going to be a new tradition. It's like, clearly it's not. Why would you look at a 36% drop in the ratings and think that, it'll work? I don't. I felt like I was channeling Rob Steele there for a second. That's absolutely ridiculous that they haven't just backed off. I mean, ESPN is so happy that they had to set aside ad blocks in the championship game to pay back their advertisers to make sure that they had extra ads to run during the national title game, which should get really good ratings because it's Monday Night Football, after all. Why, as we've all talked about, why wouldn't you put it earlier, a week earlier than they did on a Saturday? Why didn't you do it that Saturday when there's virtually no competition other than, the also ran bowl games? I mean, absolutely.
Or play it on the first.
I think it's arrogant.
Play it on the first. As you said, they've established that day. Why not? It doesn't make any sense. Play it on the first. Nothing else is going on. So Ted, if you are the ESPN king, what words are you using to describe the NCAA currently?
Foolish. Foolish.
Really? You're going to hold it back? Just foolish? You're not saying
just foolish. That's really it. Because not only that, but if you listen during the season when I think it was a UCF game was going to be played on Thanksgiving, and there's a certain level of arrogance where college sports, which is big, it's not big in New York. So I'm coming from a different perspective. But when you're hearing some of these teams saying, hey, we're going to play our game, our local rival game on Thanksgiving. Well, no, that's for NFL. And it's kind of like it's the same where, hey, we're going to do this on New Year's Eve. No, it's so easy. And I can't believe they're still going through with this for next year. But I think on 2017, they're going to make that switch from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day or thereafter. It's foolish, it's arrogant, and once again, another big loss. Another loss for ESPN.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is that they could change. They change this year to year. It's not like it's set in stone for 2 years. They just immediately after this week. It doesn't make any sense. It really makes no sense to me at all. And I like college football, but it makes no sense to play those games on the evening, at least, of December 31st because nobody's watching. We had the game on. I was at a party, and we had the game on, but it was in the background. We weren't there to watch the game. It was just going on. So I guess we counted. But, if there's 25 people at a party, do they count 25 people at a party, or they count how many televisions are being played, right? So who knows? So I'll throw this out. Who's going to win? Alabama, Clemson. Todd?
I think Alabama will win, and just to stay with that whole thing, viewership is down 36%. How many of the people that were, quote-unquote, viewing it were viewing it like you were viewing it? It's in the background, so they're not really focused. So did it really have much of an impact on a lot of people who saw the game anyway? Was it that memorable? It was like, I wonder what happened there. Anyway, I think Alabama is just too much. I think it's going to be a really tough game because I think most of the country is underestimating Clemson and the speed and strength of their athletes. They match up really well with Alabama. And, of course, they've got the mobile quarterback, and that can give Alabama problems in the past. Hasn't this year, basically, but historically it can give them problems. So, and that's the reason why I'm going with Alabama. They rush off the end much better than they ever used to. And I think they'll do a fairly good job of containing that. So I think Alabama by 4.
Yeah, that's what I had. I think I had it 28-24 Alabama. Ted, are you going to watch the game? And do you have go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to watch the game, but the fact that Seth Ryan, who is related to Rex Ryan, who took my Jets out of the playoffs last week, I'm going for Alabama.
Okay. Well, that's fair. I'm going to watch it because I was invited to this get together on Monday night. So, hopefully.